Okay, I know it looks good. I know you see a bunch of people doing amazing things as a freelancer. But before you decide to quit your job, let me tell you the real. So here's the deal. I have been wanting to have a real conversation about freelancing, being a freelance filmmaker. What does it mean? How does it work? What does it feel like? It can look amazing from time to time. We have so much free time to do whatever we want to with our family. We go out, we travel, we do these jobs, and it just looks so fun. But a lot of people don't show you the dark side of it. That's what I want to have a real conversation with you about, so you can make a informed decision on quitting your 9 to 5 and becoming a freelancer, whether it be doing YouTube full time or going out in the world and finding clients and shooting things for different brands and whatnot. So here we go. Number one. Freelancing has been the single most frustrating thing that I have ever done. I mean, let's be honest, not knowing where your next dollar is coming from is crazy. It's counterintuitive to everything you grew up learning about getting a job, and then you get a check every 2 weeks, and you get set in a situation where you know what you're gonna have. You should know how to budget, and you should be able to live comfortably. Hopefully you're getting paid enough to live comfortably. With the way the cost of living is going up, a lot of people are not, unfortunately, but at least you know you have X amount of dollars coming in every single month. Not the case with freelance filmmaking. Freelance filmmaking, you will have an amazing month. You could probably make 50,000, 60,000, whatever. You can make so much money in a month, and then you may be dead for the next 3 months. So now you're trying to stretch what you made out over these 3 months, looking for your next gig, just trying to find where your next meal is coming from. And that is the single most frustrating thing about this, especially if you have people that depend on you and they depend on your income. So when you're deciding that you want to step away from being a 9 to 5 kind of person and go all in freelance, maybe start slowly by building some clients, building a system where you know you can at least get something to cover your bare minimums. When I decided to go freelance and not work for anybody anymore, it was very abrupt. It was very, I need to make this happen now. And I figured it out, not gonna lie. But it seems like every top of the year, I'm always struggling from like January to March trying to figure out what's going on. So I try to plan for it as much as possible, but it always seems to come back around. So make sure you have something in place where you can make your bare minimum that you need to live. Health benefits are pretty much non-existent. I'm lucky enough that my wife works for the state and we have pretty good insurance. Otherwise, we would be screwed. You go to a job and you work your 40 hours and they pay into your health care. You get health insurance, you go to the doctor whenever you need to, you pay a little copay, all good. No harm, no foul. When you are a freelancer, let's be honest, you're almost ducking the hospital. You're ducking the doctor because you just can't afford to pay that out of pocket, which is not a good way to live. You have to see the doctor, guys. So figure that out. You got to figure out if you're going to pay for health insurance. Does your spouse carry the health insurance? How is this going to work if you get sick? Freelancing will only take you so far. My goal is to get inside of Hollywood and create films. I want to create films that make you come out of your home and go to the theater and enjoy 2 hours of your time from something that I created. That is my passion, that is my love, that is my drive. Even if you sit at home and watch it on Netflix, I just want to take 2 hours of your time and give you something that I created, and hopefully you enjoy it. I found that with freelancing, I'm only creating for other people. Whenever I am being a freelance DP or freelance editor, I go for a week, 2 weeks, and I create someone else's dream. And then I am taken away from mine. And that makes me get down a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I get a little down in the dump. I'm always excited to help someone create their dream, but then when that's done, I'm like, damn, that's what I wanna do. And I'm helping everybody else do that. And I'm not making the proper connections to get myself into Hollywood. I learned that the only way to get into Hollywood, unless you're like a little, just to get this little sliver of luck and somebody finds you, the only way to get in there is to have the relationships. And how do you get those relationships? Well, for me, it's been getting contracts on different shows with people who are in the industry. Because what I've learned is whenever I'm around people and I do these shows, they all know each other. And a lot of times I'm the odd guy out, which means that they're just bouncing around from show to show, production to production, and they're getting all the work and it's staying in a tight circle. So how do I infiltrate that circle? Well, I have to find someone who will let me in, maybe as a freelancer, and then I have to build that relationship so they continue to call me. You'll have to get good at building relationships so people continue to call you. That way, whenever a job comes up, you gotta be the no-brainer. Yep, let's go get Champ. And finally, here's something you really have to understand. You're at your 9 to 5. Maybe you do a little bit of overtime, but for the most part, you're gonna work 5 days a week, maximum of 40 hours. When you're a freelancer, that goes out the window. You're working maybe 100+ hours a week. You're working all times of the night. You're working all times of the day. You might have to miss a few things with your kids, and you may feel like, I need to be there and I should do this because I'm freelance. I should be able to do whatever I want to. But then you get stuck with client work that piles on you, or you have to take this job because you haven't worked in the past 2 months, and you have to take these 2 days, which you may only get like $500 a day if you're lucky, more if you're, getting a DP job, or if it's not low budget, and you are going to work your ass off. So all I can say is, like me, you better love it. Because if you don't love it, it will not love you. So love it and figure out how to massage it, and figure out how to, all right, I'm not gonna get too crazy with the innuendo, but you need to figure out how to love this game. You don't have the love for it, please, by all means, find something else to do. There has been many times that I had to sit back and be like, what else do I want to do? I know there's a ton of things that I can do. There's a ton of things that I am good at. But there's nothing else that I want to do because I love this too much. Plain and simple, you better love it. And that's it. If you're a freelancer, tell me how you feel about freelancing. I've been doing it for so long that I feel like I'm burnt out. So now I'm trying to move this into making movies so I don't have to freelance and create other people's jobs, but I'm also trying to find contracts within the industry and maybe get into a union. And now I can start to build those relationships. And in the union, you get health insurance. So don't forget that. But let me know your thoughts. Hopefully you liked this video. Hopefully this was insightful. I'm trying to do something a little bit different because I am not a camera review guy. I'm not gonna do that. So I'd rather talk to you about the real stuff. I'm an adult with the family. I'd rather talk to you about stuff like that that'll help you make informed decisions. So even like the young people that are coming up, you can watch this and really understand what it takes to get to the next level and grow as a person as well as a filmmaker. With that being said, y'all take it easy. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.